Hello and welcome to Rise and Unwind. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you actually want to be on the show, go to our website. That's riseunwindtv.com. And what's happening on today's show? Well, we got this.
Characters that I do or the voices I do or stories I do come directly from my environment or people around me or how I grew up and stuff like that.
In Louisiana, there's a recycle place that's taking the glass and they're just pulverizing it into sand-sized glass.
All of that and more right here on Rise and Unwind.
Between online shopping, travel deals, and holiday deliveries, it's prime time for scammers to strike. But there are ways to protect yourself before you click or buy. Here to share how to spot scams and keep your finances safe this season is Diedra Porché from JPMorgan Chase. Welcome to the show, Diedra.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Good to have you. What kinds of scams tend to pop up most often during the holidays?
Well, scammers are taking full advantage of how busy the season is. And so one of the first one we see is unrealistic deals. So this is where the scammer will use fake websites or social media marketplaces to lure shoppers by offering them deeply discounted items or popular items with the goal of getting them to send money. And the reality is that the merchandise doesn't even exist. So you really have to be careful with those. The second one is travel scams. So this is where the scammer will mimic a popular travel website or recreate the site with familiar logos or information that you're accustomed to seeing from that travel site. The goal is to get you to click into a link where they can capture your personal information or maybe even infect your computer. And then one we're seeing quite a bit is missing package scams. So this is where the scammer will send you an email or a text message to tell you that you've missed a delivery. And again, they want you to click on that link, but that link could lead to a fake login page where they can capture your personal information. There's one other to call out, and that's impersonation. This is where the scammer impersonates known businesses or financial institutions like your bank or even the government. And they usually want to tell you that something's wrong with your account or there's an urgent matter that needs your attention. You want to slow down, just pause, and make sure that you're dealing with someone credible. I even tell clients, hang up and call back with legitimate information you've obtained on your own. Those are some of the most common ones we're seeing right now.
And Diedra, how can shoppers tell if an online deal or website isn't legit?
Well, one of the things we always tell clients is pay attention to that URL. You go to trusted retailers, stick with trusted retailers, but verify the URL to make sure it's legitimate because scammers recreate and mimic websites. And so you can verify that URL is legitimate. But I also say pay attention to just generally fake deals. The deals that seem a little too good to be true, they probably are. And then also just make sure you are using a trusted payment source. And so when making purchases and shopping, try to stick with credit card or debit card payments because they have payment protection. So that if you need to file a claim or a dispute on the merchandise you received, you have a path. But if you use cash or Zelle or even wire transfers, you may not get your money back. And then just in general, use Zelle with people you trust. Make sure that you trust the person you're using Zelle with.
So if someone realizes they've been scammed, what should they do immediately?
Well, the first thing is to discontinue all engagement with the scammer. But you then want to capture any information you've obtained and then reach out to your bank. Flip over your card, call the number on the back of your card, and tell your bank what happened. And then you definitely want to file a formal police report. It's a great way to make sure you're sharing information that could be used to protect others from being scammed. But most of all, don't be ashamed. Share that information. It can happen to anyone. And so we want to capture that information so that we can protect others from scams and in the future.
What are some practical tools or tips to stay alert and avoid fraud this season?
The number one tip is to make sure that you're verifying the site. If you're clicking on a link, if you're signing into a social media marketplace page, verify that you're dealing with the site you believe yourself to be dealing with. Verify that information independently. And then also use the right payment protecting purchase sources. So use your credit and debit cards. That way you always have a path to dispute any issues that take place.
And where can viewers go for more information on protecting their money?
Yes, so they can just go right over to chase.com/security. There's lots of tips and tools out there that you can use to educate yourself. And you can also share with your loved ones to protect yourself during this holiday season.
Diedra, lots of great tips, great advice. Thanks for being on the show today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, and have a happy holiday season.
Holiday shopping season is here, and this year it's all about giving gifts that are useful, meaningful, and fun for the whole family, even the pets. From handy tools to cozy comforts and toys for kids to treats for our furry friends, Tractor Supply has ideas for everyone. Joining us with some inspiration are Marti Skold-Jordan, Tractor Supply brand ambassador, and Serra, district manager. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Thank you. Good to talk to you, and happy holidays.
Hello.
Marti, you've come up with 4 types of shoppers: the doers, the comfort seekers, the next gen, and the companions. Can you explain what each of those are?
You know, I bet you fall in one of those categories. Everybody who is watching does right now. The doer, those are the folks that love to be in projects, have tasks. They may be out in the garden. They may be a person that likes to work in the shed, the barn, the garage, always tinkering and doing something. I also say that their Christmas list can sometimes be a honey-do list. Then you've got the comfort seekers, and I fall right in that category. That's the folks that like peace, tranquility, well-being, but comfort and coziness, especially as the temperatures tumble this time of year. Next gen, that's our next generation, the kids, the youth, and toys for them. And then, of course, we cannot forget our furry or feathered companions. Those are our companions, and we all love them and need to keep them on that Christmas list.
Let's start with the doers. What are some great gifts for people who love to work with their hands or take on new projects?
Absolutely. This is one of my favorite categories because this is where I fall into. So we're seeing a lot of trends coming into our stores today, and they're asking for trail cams. They're asking for things that are outdoors. We actually partnered up with Field & Stream, which is a great vendor out there. And let me tell you something. They have one of these trail cams that are out there. You put this out on the tree, you put it out on a post, and you could just sit back and watch for hours of what comes onto your land. Just an amazing gift right there. Also, as you're sitting there, let's add a little bit of a stocking stuffer. So as you're watching with that trail cam, put in some hot coffee in here. It'll hold it for hours. Just another great thing out there is the tumbler. And let me talk to you about one other thing. One of my personal favorites, a customer I call pleaser out there, they are coming in for this. The honeydew list is here. It's called the DeWalt radio. Very lightweight. You put the battery in it, hook up your Bluetooth. You're gardening. This is a great thing for when you're sitting in the yard. Or if you're just in the garage and just want to, tinker on a couple things, perfect thing. Just jam to some music. And we also have a lot more assortments at our stores.
Marti, what about the comfort seekers? What cozy or relaxing gifts do you recommend for them?
Oh, got the perfect gifts for you and I that are in there, and many of our watchers as well. So this is teddy bear feel fleece. Got a zipper. It's from Vintage Threads. Really a darling, darling design on it. Who doesn't like to make cookies, then go watch a Christmas movie by the fireplace and have a beautiful throw over their lap. This one has flowers and cowboy hats and cowboy boots on it. This one is more of the holiday variety. But on the inside, you see that it's this lovely teddy bear fleece. On the outside, it's plush. So they are beautiful and really great gifts because they come wrapped like this. Carhartt makes some really wonderful hoodies. This one happens to be purple camouflage for this year. A lot of folks are asking for that one, really a cute design. Of course, we've got candles, we've got decor to put on the tree, but also have to tell you about this. The cutest wrapping paper that you'd ever see on the planet. This one has chickens on it that are wrapped up in Christmas lights, but then we've got ones with cowboy or cowgirl boots, trucks on them, cows, chickens, dogs, a little bit of everything, making it really fun to wrap up those presents.
That is super cute. Chris, tell us about the next gen. What fun ideas do you have for kids and young adults? And of course, we can't forget the companions. What's trending for pets this year?
Absolutely, and I'm glad you asked this too. So we want to support our next gen out there with the Life Out Here style. what better way than the zero turn ride-on mower? Check this thing out. They can ride on this for hours. And the best part is it mimics of what mom and dad are doing to manicure the yard and everything like that. So it's planting the seed for them for future independence. Just absolutely amazing. And like we talked about, we can't forget about our companions out there. We have aisles full of treats, toys, as you could see from each one of our household animals or farm animals out there. Field and Stream has added to this collection. One of my personal favorites is the duck throw toy. This is amazing. It's durable. You can tug on it, throw it out there. The dog will bring it back to you. Just absolutely amazing. Tire the dog out a little bit. So when they're sitting down and the dog is tired out, throw them an antler next to them. They'll chew on this for hours as well. So just absolutely amazing gifts here that we have for everybody. One final thing, the barnyard favorites. So if you have a horse, let me tell you, the peppermint jolly ball. This is it right here. Fan favorite last year, still this year. You pop it out of the box. I mean, just go into Tractor Supply next time you're in and smell it. I mean, it's just absolutely just aromates for the holiday season. And don't forget about the chicks. We got to take care of them. Make sure we get them treats. So as you can see, we have everything that you need for your farm.
You sure do. Marti, a lot of people like to shop both online and in store. How is Tractor Supply making that easier this season?
We have shop online, pick up in store, deliver to your home. But also we're seeing a trend where people want to come in and shop. So in addition to being online and shopping, they want to come in, see it, feel it, touch it, try it on. And so our folks that work in stores really have great backgrounds, and they will help you with that doer, next gen, comfort seeker, or companion list. So make sure to go in our stores. A couple of other things. We have daily deals going on every day. And so if you're really kind of watching your wallet, make sure to look for those daily deals because that will add value. And if you haven't found anything in store, but somebody wants something maybe in the spring or the summer, do a gift card. Those are really great ways of giving somebody a gift that lasts for a long time.
And finally, where can our viewers go to find more holiday gift ideas from Tractor Supply?
Yeah, go online or come in store. So online is tractorsupply.com/gifts, or come on in. We would love to see you.
Marti, Chris, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
You ever wish you could see what the future of our planet might look like and meet the people building it right now? Season 2 of the Visioneers with Zay Harding takes us on that journey from remote landscapes to busy cities, showing how inventors, scientists, and everyday problem solvers are tackling today's biggest environmental challenges. So joining me today are Zay Harding and series executive producer Thais Lopez Vogel from Volo Foundation. I want to welcome you two to the show. How are you guys?
Thanks. Yeah, we're doing great.
You.
I like that intro. That's great. Like seeing into the future. All of these people that we feature actually have that vision. They're able to somehow see this happening just from an idea. So we jump in right as they're making it happen, which is really exciting.
And season 2, it's about to launch. What should viewers expect this time around?
More of the same, but further. We're taking things further. So a lot more initiatives. We're traveling around the U.S. currently. Still, we're still hitting up some incredible. We're looking right now at the first ever electric tugboat. They're taking all the technology from our electric cars and they're able to do stuff they've never been able to do before. Because all that money and research has been invested in electric cars, now they're able to put it on boats, and they're quiet, they're better for the environment, they're not leaking anything. This is a hybrid plane over here. So you've got half electric, half fuel. This is Ed Begley. He's got his home, completely sustainable. Those guys are in Keep Tahoe Blue in Lake Tahoe. They've got a B-bot, a beach robot that roams around 54 miles cleaning up. This is a kid who does a recycled battery program. This guy has an electric stove. I mean, there's all kinds of, we cover all the bases in every which way. This is a girl taking fish scales and turning them into plastic. There's
we're not going to tell you everything that's in season 2. You have to watch the show.
But there's a sneak peek.
I guess out of all of the stories that you guys filmed, was there one that has really stuck with you personally?
Yes. I mean, all of them are. The seashells one really hits me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you one that was really, really amazing. in Louisiana, there's a recycle place that's taking the glass and they're just pulverizing it into sand-sized glass. And they're taking that and they're filling up, they're building little islands within all the bayous because those have been really messed up from the salt water getting into the fresh water, and it's killing all the cypress, which was giving the foundation for the islands there. And they're able to use this glass to create a sand and rebuild these islands, and plants are growing in them. So it's really making the area stronger for storm surges, flooding, and what a great way to keep the glass off landfills as well.
I love the ones that include the kids. I remember in season 1, there was a kid that was 12 years old that with a drone, one of his toys, he can detect the tornado coming into his town from 45 minutes before. So the kids are very engaged too in this show.
We do feature a lot of kids, which is exciting because they don't know the limits yet, which is really empowering because basically they say, why aren't we doing this? And someone says, well, because of this, and he says, well, then let's make it happen. We need it, so why aren't we making it happen? I mean, as a kid, you're taught that.
Yes,
and so they've got that great fresh mentality, and they're really pushing boundaries. This one kid was using sunlight and figured out if he mixes in titanium chloride, which I don't even know how he figured that out, just online research, which they're all doing. He's able to capture microplastics, which is a real issue. We're all eating microplastics.
We're inhaling microplastics,
they're
eating credit cards.
Yeah, there's a credit card size of plastic in each of us on average in our brain right now because of all the microplastics. And he's figured out how to capture that in water and then get rid of it. So there's all kinds of these initiatives that you can expect in season 2.
And one of the big themes here is inspiring people to take action. How do you hope the show motivates viewers to get involved?
Well, I think not only they're showing you, they're connecting the real solutions in real time with a hopeful, actionable results, and everybody can do it. So I think not only is an entertainer, the entertainer is very entertaining, it's a very upbeat show, and it can engage all the family, not only the kids and the adults. And it tells you don't have to be a scientist or an engineer, you just have to care enough. It's only when we care about our future that we invest in it.
It is real people, and that's a really good point. It's not anybody preaching, any companies doing anything. It's just people trying stuff that they're finding that are working. And so we're featuring that to hopefully inspire not just the viewers, but other people who are doing this so they can collaborate and start taking things further. We were just in Florida, and this guy's doing a sea hive, which is like a beehive design, which is so clever because they don't need anything to hold it together but weight. And they're using sustainable concrete, these designs that are hollow for fish to swim through. They've got holes in them to dissipate water and wave energy, and they put these right up at the bays, so it's protecting them from storm surges and flooding.
They plant the mangroves on top of it.
Yeah, it's creating ecosystems within. If it's not there, they're creating it, which is incredible. And they're teaming up with someone from season 1 who was doing sustainable seawalls, and they're working together now with 3D printing of this stuff. So it's really exciting to see
the connection, and collaboration.
That's completely coming out of our show.
And you guys shine a light on innovators who may not always get that mainstream attention. Why is that so important right now?
I think that when you highlight innovators, not only they can partner, they get partnerships, they get funding, they get policy, they can get more research, the research can advance. And not only that, for you as a kid especially, being highlighted in a program like this, I mean, it gives you all the hope that what you're doing is gonna get you somewhere in the future.
And if somebody wants to learn more about the show or the work that Volo Foundation is doing, where is the best place to start?
At any platform. We have volofoundation.org. We have Visioneers TV. You can Google any of these platforms and you'll find us there.
Yeah, and then watch the show on Saturday mornings on CBS. There's CBS.com and also Pluto TV.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to thank you two for joining me this morning.
Thank you
Dan.
very much.
Have you ever had one of those family cookouts where everyone's talking a little too loud and the cheese man's flying faster than carne asada hitting the grill? Well, Comedian Frankie Quiñones knows that feeling a little bit too well, and he's turning that into comedy gold with his brand new Hulu special, Damn, That's Crazy. Directed by Emmy winner Ali Long. Frankie is here. Welcome to the show. You might know him from This Fool, What Do We Do in the Shadows, and Victor and Valentino. He's bringing the mix of heart, hilarity, and familia to the stage. Welcome to the show, Frankie. How are you, my friend?
Oh, good. Dan, thanks for having me, homie. I appreciate it.
No worries, man. All right, this is your first hour-long special. Okay, what made Damn That's Crazy the right moment to put your life and your comedy pretty much out there on the stage?
Yeah, man. Damn, that's crazy. We say that a lot growing up around around the homies and stuff. Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, just some of the topics I touch on. I met Ali Wong a long time ago, and she obviously her career took off, multiple Emmys and stuff like that. And then we were doing some tour dates together, and she goes, "Hey, I want to produce and direct your special." And I was like, "I'd be honored." And then the timing just kind of worked out perfectly with Hulu launching this slate of comedy specials. And then we got into talks, and then, here we are. We took over a year to get the material down. And then, we recorded the special with the help of Ali Wong. We pieced together a pretty cool piece of work that I'm really proud of. So I'm excited for people to see it. So that's what's up. And damn, that's crazy.
And this special, it dives into love, addiction, and the politics of family carne asada. How much does that come straight from your own family gatherings, my friend?
Oh, yeah. I draw a lot from family. But yeah, we've been through a lot together, ups and downs. And, I kind of touch on all that, get vulnerable about a lot of stuff. And also, a lot of people can relate to any family event. In my case, it's the carne asada, which is like our barbecue, and the drama that comes with that. The tias, the aunties talking smack about each other, spreading rumors like, "Oh, your tia Rosa is a potato salad, doesn't have any flavor. I think she's going through something, and it's like, no, she's not. The potato salad is fine, but they always try to just stir something up. That's just an example. It's just like the drama that ensues at a family barbecue or carne asada.
Oh, yeah, I have the same, man. I have the same stories. I grew up the same way, my friends. You played some unforgettable characters from Luis and This Fool to your sketches in Get Frankie. How do you decide what parts of like real life make it into your comedy?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's off limits to me, especially when it comes to family stuff or stuff like that, because it's something that a lot of people can relate to no matter what background you're from. But yeah, I would say, the characters that I do, or the voices I do, or stories I do come directly from my environment or people around me or how I grew up and stuff like that. So yeah, my character Creeper, who does Cholo Fit, that came straight from my dad. He was in a lowrider car club, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's just an example of just boom. I just draw from what's right next to me, and nothing's off limits. And my family has learned to be okay with that.
And Ali Wong directed this special. What was it like collaborating with her and bringing that energy to the stage?
Yeah, you know what? It was really an honor, because obviously I've known her. We met in a laundromat / cafe where they do an open mic, because there's like a built-in audience, people waiting for their laundry. But it was so cool to see her career just take off. And then when we started working on it, I didn't know how hands-on she was going to be, and she was really hands-on. She was a huge help. She has such a great eye for things, because people are like, well, what does it mean to direct a comedy special? Yeah, most of it is just the camera setups, but it's what goes on behind the scenes before and after the taping. And she was really hands-on to help me in the editing, and then picking what frames go on what punchline, down to the details like that. And I think it really helped in the end create this super polished piece of work that is now called Damn That's Crazy. Yeah, so yeah, it was fun, man. It's really fun to work with her and watch her work and see her talents in that avenue of being a producer. Yeah, it was cool.
And you've been doing a little bit of everything, acting, stand-up, voice work. After the special, what's next for you? Any new projects you could tease and let our audience know? I won't tell anybody. Nobody actually watches the show, so anything. No NDAs here, my friend.
No, you're all good, man. Yeah, I'm on the next the season coming up of St. Denis Medical. It premieres in November, and then I got a YouTube show called Creeper's Crib, live from my grandpa's garage. That's the first episode just came out of that, and then I got a movie coming out next year with Tom Segura, Luke Wilson, Tim Baltz, Genesis Rodriguez called El Tigre. So be on the lookout for that, and hopefully I'll be on tour in your city soon. And hope to see you there. Let's kick it.
Of course, I'll be there. You can catch Frankie Quiñones. Damn, that's crazy. It's now streaming on Hulu. For more on Frankie's comedy projects or tour dates, visit frankiequiones.com or shop his Cholo Fit collection. It's available on his website, my friend. Orale! Frankie, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Dad. Appreciate it.
Our next guest is unique. What do you get when you mix couture chaos, Murder in Paradise, and a comeback wedding with secrets that could pretty much kill? It's Another Simple Favor. It's the long-awaited sequel that reunites Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively for another round of sharp wit, killer fashion, and even deadlier twists, this time in Capri. Joining the cast is Tony winner Alex Newell, who plays Vicky, Stephanie's fierce and fabulous book agent. Welcome to the show, Alex. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
This sequel, it brings back a lot of wild energy from the original, but now we're in Capri with even more secrets and high fashion. What's it like stepping into the deliciously chaotic world?
Amazing. And I get to be in Capri. Who doesn't want that? And oh God, that backdrop is gorgeous.
Your character, Vicky, is Stephanie's book agent. Can you tell us a little bit more about them and what kind of dynamic they bring into the mix?
Chaos in the fun way. I think Vicky is somebody that everybody wants to be on vacation, and she's on a work vacation at that. So she's just trying to get a good book deal out of Miss Stephanie Smothers.
From Shucked on Broadway to a Paul Feig thriller in Italy, you've been booked and busy. What drew you to Another Simple Favor, and how did it feel to collaborate with this ensemble?
You know, when my agent texted me and said, "Hey, do you want your White Lotus moment?" I was like, absolutely. And she said, "Well, Paul is directing the sequel of A Simple Favor and wants you to come on out to Capri and play this role." And I was so honored because I'd worked with Paul on Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist before. And so to come back and be actually directed by him and work with this incredible ensemble was just a dream come true. Everybody was so lovely.
And the movie blends comedy, mystery, and a little bit of glam, sometimes all pretty much in the same scene. What was your favorite moment in the film, or one that you think that you will always remember?
Oh my goodness. My favorite moment from the film that I think that entrance to Capri, the boat ride into it. I think that was just breathtakingly beautiful, just riding in onto it. Ugh.
And between the twists, the couture, and the cast, chemistry, what do you think will surprise audiences the most this time around?
The chaos. I mean, there is so much happening that you don't get a break from it. I think that's what they'll really take from it, but also kind of like what friendship is. I think we all have that frenemy and that friend that we all like to jab at and talk to, but we love them regardless.
Alex, thanks for joining me this morning. You should check out Another Simple Favor. It's available now on Amazon Prime. And that's it for Rise Unwind. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. Go to our website, riseunwindtv.com. Follow us on social media. That's at Rise Unwind. And until next week, that was Rise Unwind.